Hello, I'm Jashikins, and yeah. I love that my sneezes waited right until I started recording to go hi. So my sneezes say hi. Hope everyone had a hap. I hope everyone had a happy and safe 4th of July if you are listening in the US and you did go out drinking or, partying or something. And stay safe. Hope you stayed safe. But anyways, let's start the intro again. This is the lovely life of live, which will probably be going away. I'll talk about that in a moment. Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to another episode of Jash Reads. Tonight, until yes, for it being dark outside. Anyways, let's start that third time. Third time's the charm, right? Yeah. Let's hope on that one. Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to another lovely episode of Jash Reads. Today, we're going to be finishing up Megamorphs #1, The Andalite, skipped by K.A. Applegate. Yes, folks, this will be the final chapter of Megamorphs #1, The Andalite, skipped. So, if you have anything you want me to talk about in the outro video about this book, please, comment below and let me know your suggestions. Also, the whole thing about live shows. August 1st of this year, YouTube will be taking down the option I use to do things live. There is another option, at least I believe, for a desktop version. I think on mobile, though, I'll still need like a certain number of subscribers to do that. So it might be switching to recorded, and then me posting it up. So yeah, be prepared for that August 1st, because as of now, Google has no option for people like me. So, yay. And whose point of view will this final chapter be from? Rachel's! Yay! Okay, let's continue here. Ta-da! At first, I couldn't see her, but then the cockroach grew and became larger. I could see her as a dot way, way up in the sky. Here she comes, I said. The Velix shuddered, sensing this new prey. Should we try to keep the Velix interested any longer? I asked. No, Jake said. It's up to Cassie now. Someday Jake will be a general or president. He has that ability to make hard decisions, even about people he cares for. She fell and grew and became human again. She's too close. Not enough time. I yelled. The Velix, it will slow her down, Marco said. None of us had ever done so many morphs in such a short time. It was mind-boggling. It was impossible. And yet, as the Velix wrapped itself around her, she was already sprouting the flukes of a humpback whale. Now all we could see was the Velix. The dust storm wrapped around Cassie. It slowed, and then... Am I crazy, or is it falling faster? Marco asked. Yes, and yes, I cried. She did it! Like a rock, the Velix fell. Faster! It could not support the growing weight. It had not been able to lift an elephant, and what it was holding now was so much bigger. It was wrapped around a full-grown humpback whale, and it was falling toward the ocean. And at the last second, the Velik tried to break free, but it had wrapped itself too tightly around the prey that was no longer prey. I dove beneath the surface just in time to witness swoosh. The tornado hit the water. All the billions of particles slammed into the ocean waves. In a split second, it was gone, washed away, and exploding away from the dune Velik. Emerging from the wasted tornado was a huge, sleek creature that depth charged 50 feet straight down. Cassie, 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 are you all right? There was no answer. The whale fell through the water. Cassie, answer me. And then there came a kick from that massive whale tail. Cassie yelled, "Take that, you big bag of wind." Cassie power kicked her way to the surface and shot clear out of the water. "Hey, Visitor 3!" Cassie crowed. "I watched your dog for you." She fell back with a mighty splash, and we raced to join her. "Good job, Cassie," Jake said. "Scratch one Velik." I, 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 I can't believe it, Marco said. "We actually won one! We won! We flat out kicked butt!" "Cassie, you must be exhausted," Tobias said, swooping low and slow above us. "Not anymore," Cassie said. "I feel great. I thought we were beat. And guess what? We aren't. Not yet. Not by a long shot." Then, to my total amazement, she began to sing the deep, strange, haunting song of the humpback. The sound waves thrilled me. I don't quite know why. "What are you singing?" Jake asked her. "What are the words?" "It isn't words, exactly," Cassie said. "But if it were, it would just be one word. Hope." Dun, 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 and that's the end of Megamorphs #1, The Andalite's Gift by K.A. Applegate. What did you think about it? What topics about this book do you want me to answer in my outro video? Remember, my outro videos are all about talking about the top 5 things I noticed. I can expand that list depending on, my interaction with you viewers. Okay, about my thoughts about this final chapter. I will repeat, the whole outro video thing after. So, yeah. So, anyways, this book, this Victory Against the Velik, in my not so humble opinion, I would say humble opinion, but I have a fucking YouTube channel. I have a blog. I have other places where I voice my opinions to the public. I don't think I can really claim I'm humble anymore. I can't do that shit. But anyways, in my opinion, this is the first true victory that the Animorphs have had. And this is 8 books into the series. It's you see the covers and you're like, "Oh, there's these cheesy, young adult books with kids turning into animals." And it's like, of course they'll have victories across all the books, and that's not the case here. The first, I was going to say episode 1, the Animorphs #1, The Invasion, they had to hightail it out of there, and they only saved one woman. And canonically, we don't know what happened to her. Book #2, they barely escape. It's good that Your ships are no match against construction equipment for reasons. Animorphs number 3, the plan backfired, and it was Tobias's actions that allowed the group to survive. Animorphs number 4, they successfully got axed, and they escaped, and they needed the whale's help to do so. Then we have Animorphs number 5, where it was because of your politics that they were able to escape. Animorphs number 6, it's sort of victory, but they got closed down, but it wasn't like this clear-cut things. They possibly committed a war crime. They killed unarmed combatants. And Jake was infested for a few days. So it wasn't a clean victory. I mean, I guess it's sort of victory, but it wasn't one of those clear-cut things. It wasn't like they got down shouting and going, yippee, we won. It's like, okay, we won. Animorphs number 7, there was victory, but they needed the help of the Elements to do so. They needed outside help. That leaves Megamorphs number 1, the Andalite's gift, with the victory that they didn't need any outside help, and it was very clear cut. They kicked total ass. Like, Cassie just fucking kicked ass there to win the battle. And you notice in this victory, they're not fleeing. They're not like you're not like on the edge of your seat afterward. You're like, yay, I can relax, which hasn't really happened with any battle previously. So yeah, so for me, this is the victory against the Velik is the first victory that the Animorphs have had the entire series. What do you think? Do you think I'm correct in calling Megamorphs number 1, The Andalite's Gift, the first book in the series where the Animorphs do achieve victory? Do you agree? Do you disagree? And do you have any other thoughts on this chapter? Please comment below. Remember, no major spoilers. I am hoping against hope that people get into the Animorphs series via these videos, so so I like no major spoilers, so people can experience these massive twists and turns without knowing they're coming. I've read a post on Tumblr that's been making the rounds, saying, basically saying spoiler, it's okay to be spoiled. And I liked one person's reply of, you can, read or watch something forever while being spoiled, but there's the first initial time and you're not spoiled, and yeah, sometimes not being spoiled can help improve something. So personally, I want people that read Animorphs for the first time to get this experience of not knowing what's going to happen. Sort of like how when I read this series, I had no clue where it was going to end. I read it as the books came out, so I sort of want people to have sort of similar experience of not knowing what to expect. But if you do want to talk spoilers with me, if you're on the YouTubes, link in the description to my Tumblr ask box where you can just ask away about about anything Animorphs related. Don't worry about spoiling. I've read the entire series through twice. I've read the books multiple times. So yeah, there's only been one time where I've really read from 2 times where I've really read from start to finish. So yeah. And if you're new to the fandom, welcome, Phantomorphs. We do not have cookies in this fandom. What we do have cinnamon buns, aka humanity's greatest invention. So, yeah. if you listen to this and you're like, hey, Megamorphs #1, The Andalite's Gift by K. Applegate seems pretty awesome, and you want to read the book on your own, you want to have your own copy, because remember, this dramatic reading is merely my interpretation of the text. So if you want to read for yourself, read the original text for yourself and form your own opinions, you can get Megamorphs #1, The Andalite Gift by K. Applegate via the links that I provide on YouTube and my blog. If you're on the YouTube's link in my link in my description. Link in the description. If you're watching on my blog, link down below, and both links will take you to where you can buy your very own copy of Megamorphs #1, The Andalite's Gift by K.A. Applegate. Now, if you don't want to buy via those links provided, I fully understand, but here's 3 things you'll do if you buy via those links. The first is you'll get your very own copy of Megamorphs #1, The Andalite's Gift by K. Applegate. The second is you'll help put some money into K. Applegate's bank account. The third is you will help support me and my blog so I can continue to function. Yay! And if you're on the YouTubes, link, god damn it, I'm like, I know what I should be saying, but then it's like I'm going rewinding myself like that's not how reality works. That's not how you're supposed to do these videos, Jash. You're supposed to give off a nice professional appearance. And instead you do whatever the fuck I just did. But anyways, let's try to get back on track. If you're on the YouTubes, please like this video if you think Cassie totally fucking kicked ass during this chapter. Also, remember to subscribe because I will be reading every Animorphs book. So, yay! And if you're on my blog and on the desktop version of my blog, I don't just do these lovely Animorphs dramatic readings. I also do reviews. Like recently I got the Game of Thrones Season 8 review finally out. I also have many reviews out, which I will try to be getting out more of. Hey, things happen. I also have little fanfics. And every month I have a Dragon Cave giveaway and a Flight Rising giveaway. So if you do either site, might want to check that out. And the next episode, Jash reads. Okay, this is going to get where it might get a little complicated. So just hang on here. I sort of practiced how I was going to do this, but you know me. So let's try this. The next episode of my Animorphs dramatic reading will be on Monday and will be, the outro video where I will point out the top 5 things I noticed in this book, both good and bad. I love Animorphs, so it's probably going to be positive. And if you would like me to put your input into the video, or maybe I can answer questions that you've had about this book, I'd love viewer input. I'd love to tailor like the outro videos more towards you loyal viewers. So if you have anything you want me to talk about or answer in the outro video about Megamorphs #1, please comment down below. That video will be coming out on Monday. And I'm doing another Jash Read series. Usually this secondary Jash Reads, the secondary dramatic reading, will only be coming out on Wednesdays. But on days when I'm doing the final chapter of a book or the outro video of a book, aka days where I will only be putting out 1 video when I would have been putting out 2, I will also be adding this secondary dramatic reading to the lineup. And the book I'm going to be reading for this secondary dramatic reading will be The Inheritance Cycle. I'm starting off with Aragon, and I'm only planning so far to just do the Inheritance Cycle, Aragon, Eldest, Resinger, and Inheritance. Depending how I feel after I finish Inheritance, I may or may not be doing, the short story collection. It's so yeah. So if you're just interested in the Animorphs dramatic reading, well, the next video of that will be on Monday. If you are interested in the secondary dramatic reading of Aragon, the first part, the intro, will be coming out in just a few short hours, so hang tight or something. Cool, kids. Anyways, until next video, good